a lot of millionaires. Okay, I think
Right.
aren't there 11 million millionaires in the US today? And that's a big
Right.
number.
Right.
And so, at the risk of sounding like my mom, right? Like a millionaire isn't what a millionaire used to be. There's a lot of them. And so, in my day, no. So then we start getting into these other definitions, right? The newly created high net worth individual,
Right.
right? And the high net worth individual is defined by a net worth of investable assets it's up to 5 million, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Investable. And by the way, though, it's kind of like, it's kind of like Mark Twain said, there's lies, damn lies, and statistics, right? So
Right.
the one kind of stake in the ground that WealthX we did that I think we were really successful was defining ultra affluent as 30 million net worth.
Yes.
High net worth can be, like you said, 5 million liquid. It could be 1 to 29 million net worth. But basically, if you want to know how I look at it, right? I look at it as you got billionaire, demi-billionaire, which is like, half. Then you've got ultra high net worth, which is 30 million net worth and up. And then pretty much from there down to $1 million or so is what I would call high net worth. Mm-hmm. And beneath that, I would call it mass affluent. So actually, it could be one that has $1 million in net worth over it, a couple $100,000 in the bank. And I would say, that's even mass affluent, right? These days.
That is, these days, it really is. And we talk about that in the Institute's coursework about these mass affluent, and they're consumer, right? These people consume, right?
And they're part of what we do. I mean, I think where you're headed with this is the fact that my new company, Wealth Quotient, we look at everyone, right? We're not just, we do directionally as part of our process. We look at mass affluent and everyone, literally, because we're really focused on the relational networks or the wealth graph. But
yeah. And so I think that's an important distinction, because sometimes when we just talk about the ultra wealthy, it feels like too much of a reach. But really what Wealth Quotient did that I'm so impressed by is this idea of the connections, right? And so, now, we've painted this picture of there's a world out there of people who consume at a very high level, right? And then there's, wealth advisors, luxury real estate professionals, luxury retailers, people who want to, establish and build a network of these people. And that's really where Wealth Quotient steps in, right?
That's right. I mean, it's a really good point. I mean, the reality is the data shows that online offline referral is the primary driver of pretty much word of mouth marketing is the primary driver of pretty much every decision, all the way down to small consumer retail items. Mm-hmm. The reason that we're really, kind of in our branding for Wealth Quotient kind of were launched into the higher end was because our methodology around referrals is more acute there. And obviously that was my background and my kind of authority and so forth. But the methodology, referrals are how everyone grows their business, whether you're selling a house for $100,000 or 1 to 20 million. Referrals are one of the primary ways you do it regardless. And so the exciting part about our methodology is it applies whether I've seen it and we've worked, and it applies for billionaires, but it can also apply, and it does apply if you're selling a house for $300,000 because
I do think though that it's a kind of an interesting thing. Okay. So Cartier, Tiffany, right? They've spent hundreds of millions of dollars over the course of their brands in really establishing the brand.
Yes.
In real estate, it's a little bit difficult. Okay. And what we've found is a challenge specifically with real estate, and NAR does have a statistic that nobody really likes to talk about, but it's real. And it's something like 7 out of 10 people want to refer their real estate professional. Only about 1.2 out of 10 actually do it because they can't remember who they are. And so it's very, very interesting. And really a reason why I was so attracted to Wealth Quotient is because so many people come to me and say, but how do I do this? I look at these successful real estate professionals and they've built and established this incredible network through referrals. How do they do that? And the question today is almost rhetorical because there is no answer until Wealth Quotient comes up, right?